Everyone knows that Khalid ibn Walid is Sayfullah al-Maslul, the unsheathed sword of Allah. But how many of you know about the day that he got that title? On the day of the Battle of Mu'tah. So, with the Battle of Mu'tah, the Prophet ﷺ had sent 3,000 Muslim soldiers to go and deter the activity of some Romans led by Heraclius. Unfortunately, the Muslims were a little bit underprepared, since it ended up being 10,000 plus Romans. But not to worry, right? Khalid ibn Walid is leading this army, right? No. He was a new Muslim at this time. He was a foot soldier. There were 3 commanders at this time. The first was the man who used to be the adoptive son of the Prophet ﷺ, Zayd ibn Haritha. The second was Ja'far, the brother of Ali ibn Abi Talib. The third... Who's the third again? One second, let me just double check. Yeah, I can't lie. Even for me, keeping track of all the names in Islamic history is pretty hard. So an app like Deen Buddy really comes in handy. So, yeah, the third commander was Abdullah ibn Rawaha, after Zayd ibn Haritha and Ja'far ibn Abi Talib. Yeah, the third was Abdullah ibn Rawaha. So Khalid ibn Walid didn't even make bronze. The Prophet ﷺ said, if all 3 fall, then decide amongst yourselves. Now, seeing that the enemy army is over 3 times their size, the Muslims consider backing off. But then Abdullah ibn Rawaha, he gets up and he says, men fight, not with steel, but with faith. For we have 2 glorious options in front of us. Victory or martyrdom. And so the battle starts, and the Prophet ﷺ is given by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala the ability to see what's happening, and he sees Zayd fall. And the Prophet ﷺ stumbles, seeing the boy he raised fall in battle. And then he sees Ja'far also fall in battle, his arms cut off. And then he sees Abdullah ibn Rawaha also fall, and the flag of the Muslims touches the floor. Now in the battlefield, from the dust, Thabit ibn Arqam picks up the standard and he's looking for somebody to agree on. And he sees Khalid ibn Walid. He goes up to Khalid and he gives him the flag. Now Khalid, knowing that he's a new Muslim, he goes, no, you're more worthy of it than me. But Thabit says, no, it's only for you and no one else. And all of the Muslims agree. And that's when the Prophet ﷺ says, all the way in Medina, حَتَّى أَخَذَ الرَّايَةَ سَيْفٌ مِّن سُيُوفِ اللَّهِ. Verily, the one who has taken the standard is a sword from amongst the swords of Allah. And so Khalid ibn Walid, he does what he does best. He uses his strategic mind and he realizes the only way to get out of this is a head-on charge and then a retreat. And so he charges the Muslims into battle, breaking 9 swords in the scuffle. Qutbah ibn Qatada, one of the lieutenants of the Muslims, manages to take down Malik, the commander of the Christian Roman army. And at this moment, Khalid ibn Walid orders a full-scale retreat, losing only 12 Muslims in the entire battle. Now when Khalid ibn Walid brought the Muslims back to Medina, some of the people said that Khalid ran, at which the Prophet ﷺ says,